Hey guys, PrestoneMage here, recording the matches to our ranked draft. This is the Boros deck that we got. And let's take it for a spin. We can modify the deck if needed throughout the event. There's a couple questionable cards like the destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater. I don't know how, or toughness 4 or greater. I don't know how good that card is going to be. There's also maybe the angel that's maybe questionable in our deck. We have other replacement cards that could kind of fill in for some of these cards, like another 5-drop with the 4/2 mentor guy, or maybe like another sure strike. But I don't know, we'll kind of just get a feel for those cards or whatever, or our deck. So when's in our opening hand, and we already can't cast it, but I don't know, it doesn't kill any of our guys, and it's probably not going to be that effective early in the game. Anyway, our opponent goes first, so we're on the draw. We have a 2 and a 3-drop, so and 3 lands, so I think it's pretty good hand to keep. With decks like this, it's just ideal to kind of be on the play and to curve out. Oops. I don't think it matters which land we play first here. So we got Boros deck already. Okay. Let's play our 2-drop. We hope to block. Okay, never mind. I was going to say we could block and make them spend their mana on a trick. Alright, well, let's just attack since our guy has vigilance, and then play our 3-drop. It's cool having a single white mana for that. Makes it easy to cast. If it was double white, we'd be kind of screwed. At least we'll be able to probably play our 6-drop removal spell. Okay, so there's a little bit of like anti-synergy between these cards, but one could be good in a certain matchup, vice versa. So I think we'll go to attack here, and then try to use our sure strike just to kind of grow our guy. And our opponent's tapped out, and we don't have anything really to do with our mana anyway. We played a land we couldn't convoke, so we'll just use this now to kind of do something with our turn, save our blade instructor. We'll play a land. Pass. I think we block Blade Instructor. I don't know. The thing is, though, is if we want to play the Angel next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we'll have 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. We still wouldn't be able to play the Angel next turn. So I think we just maybe try to gobble this creature and maybe trade with the Blade Instructor next turn. We can. That's already pumped to its maximum capacity. Oop, by that, well. So we're at 9. The opponent can attack us for 5 plus 6 plus 1, so 12. 3, 4, 5 lands and 3 creatures, 7. This does nothing. This is expensive, and that's one of the things that I didn't mention about our deck is like some of our like removal spells are pricey. 6 mana for that. So I think we just attack here because we don't mind trading. And then we'll try to make some blocks. We're kind of off of this angel because we're going to need to just survive treating our guy. But now, are we just dead? Yeah, we're just dead. Okay. So, yep. That's it. I can't block the flyer. So that was, I mean, some of the concerns of this deck actually came up in this match. So that was kind of good, even though we lost. Boros is a ubiquitous or very popular deck. And some of these cards that I actually was like kind of hesitant to have in the deck or not really sure on how good they would be actually came up both in my hand, and kind of really I wouldn't say cost us the game, but like I mean we couldn't cast them. A removal spell and a big flyer each were in our hand, but that was kind of a concern in my deck. Some of my like decks that I've been really doing well with in this format didn't really have like 6 drops or really expensive cards like that. So and then like this one is just kind of like a questionable card. So like the 3 cards that I was kind of most questionable about were in that opening hand. So the question is, do we want to do anything about it? I was thinking about possibly having this instead of, something. I kind of like having the removal stuff in there, but maybe we'll just put the boar in instead of the angel. Maybe that's like one thing we'll do for now. Again, it doesn't really work as well with this card, so maybe we'll just try that. And then I was thinking of maybe trying like something like this out instead of that, but we'll give it another shot for now. Also too, it's worth kind of being mindful of like when you do change cards out. And this goes for like traditional best of 3 as well. It's like you gotta kind of consider your mana base. There's times when like I've taken cards out or whatever, and oh look at here's kind of maybe the issue. Like all mountains, but sometimes you might add one more, like too much of one color, not really change the mana base to support that, and then it just ends up leading to like a mana screw. Like in this case we added a red card, but I don't know, maybe we just didn't get there. Okay, so we're on the draw again. A bit excellent hand, but if we don't draw planes we can't really cast anything. We're gonna be on the draw, so we have kind of 2 draw steps to draw something like that. I think we got a mulligan, just because that could cost us the game immediately if we aren't able to cast our spells. This is better because at least there's something we can cast. So we'll keep that, and then we'll try to work our way towards a plains, and there's a plains. So the first mulligan is like pretty good because we get a shot at the top of our deck. Alright, cool. So we'll be able to play our choice of challenger or goblin on 2. Alright, so probably now challenger so we can attack past the 2/2. Opponent's on 6 cards now. Interesting. Alright, so I think we'll play our Blade Instructor here. I don't want to. I'd rather just add to the board right now instead of trying to tap out, attack, and use our Sure Strike. Oh wait, oops! You can't attack or block alone. My bad. I totally messed up there. I missed 2 points. So that was my mistake. Interesting. Okay. Citywide bust is a bust again. Okay, so let's just send in our guys. We'll make our other guy a 3/4. We don't mind trading the instructor. Not playing a land is kind of cool because it doesn't really tip off our trick. You know, like, oh, if we played it, they'd be like, oh, why didn't he pump that? Okay, so they're gonna take 6 here, which is okay. They threaten back for a crackback for 9. Close, Trevor. So let's just play our guy. Alright, pass. So maybe playing our land post combat did tip them off, but it also, like, we were gonna cast our guy, so maybe that can sell them on the idea that we're like, oh well, we didn't make our guy big because great, now they're gonna kill our challenger here, unfortunately, and animate their Cyclops. At least we can eat it though, right? With our turn that into a 3/3. What? Ooh, okay. Interesting. Attack us for a bunch. That's okay. Probably have a way to interact with us. Unfortunately, Inescapable Blaze isn't that card that costs 5 mana. Command the Storm or whatever it is. So, do we need to keep our guys back? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. If we attack, we're not attacking for lethal, and we leave ourselves dead to an attack, to an instant, or dead to an instant or sorcery. So, yeah, we gotta pass, unfortunately. But this threatens to become a 4/5, which would eat that, and then this could eat something. So not attacking does do something. Let's see. What could the opponent be doing? We have to send multiple guys in to be able to enable this to attack, right? Yeah. And then they would have to cast something for that to attack, pre-combat. So that's the kind of bummer thing about that card, is like it doesn't play too well with tricks because it needs something to be cast before that. So let's see here. I think if they do block as it is, I'd probably put the Blade Instructor on the Cyclops and the Challenger on like this card, the Electromancer. If they do both get off the battlefield, then it does kind of take away. Oof. Alright, so that works. Okay. So let's maybe take less damage. I know that's kind of conditional, but let's just eat that. They should be able to have more instants and sorceries anyway. So we'll see if we can make our guy survive. See if they're gonna dazzling lights. So even through this, well, no, actually, it'll go to 0-1 and then it'll go back up to 3-1. So which still actually wins that combat, which is sweet. Nice. Again, they're tapped out, so they can't really respond. Surveil is really sweet because look, they just burned 2 lands. Those that would have been like, you know, them flooding out or something. So we're on the back foot. Citywide bust is a bust. Again, the cards that I was like really questionable about are still just problematic. So if we can get through this round, then I think we're probably going to take Citywide bust out and maybe Blaze and just kind of go from there. But yeah, those are questionable cards. Hopefully we draw land so we can kind of take that thing out. It could turn into a 2/4. So we can't take that out. Yeah, unfortunately too, if we play this boar, we pump this up to be a 7 thing, they can just, well, actually yeah, it goes 7 something, so they have, that can't block, and they'd have to maybe double block to kill it. So maybe we'll do that. Or do we even attack? Because if they, let's say, take one thing out, I'm not completely dead. Do I even want to attack? What if we put it on the Blade Instructor, 5 power? Yeah, we want to do this. If we're going to attack, let's do that. We'll pressure the opponent a little bit. I know it's more comfortable to just sit back, but I mean, if they just pick away with this, that'll kill us by itself. So this way we can kind of play like monkey or whatever with the opponent, to where like if they don't kill us, then we can probably kill them on the backswing. So which kind of is in a way of like removing their creatures. We're like, oh well, if you can't kill us with your attack, then we'll or it's like if they can't adequately attack, then oops, well there goes our guy. Okay, let's see where we at. Okay, so we're dead. Unfortunately, we're dead. Yep. Oh, actually, no, we're not. Yeah, we are dead. My bad. We're taking 5 regardless. So, sorry guys. It's really unfortunate that the cards that I was like most hesitant about. In this deck build, the 2-3 most questionable cards, the cards I was the least confident of in the deck. I even thought about it too after I built the deck. I'm like, you know, the Angel and like some of those cards, like the cards that cost a lot, like the 6-mana removal spell. Like, oh man, like those could pose problems. And then this one's kind of conditional. So, it really bit us in the butt there. And let's see, what's our record? Oh, okay. We're okay. I thought we were done. We have one more shot at it. So what we're gonna do is take out Inescapable Blaze. Yeah, it could be sweet. And that's the card I actually thinks okay. It's more of like the angel in this card. But what we'll do is we'll add. I don't even know if I want another one of those boars. I think what we want is let's look at this for a second here. Where are we at? Got our cards that are non-creature there. And the spawns. So we can add another 2-drop. So how good is this card in our deck? Maybe we add something like this, and we add another trick. So I was thinking about Urchin over that. Maybe that's better. But we'll give that card a go. And we'll just suggest lands. Okay, keep it the same. Alright. So we got off to a bad start, but we had like just some of the questionable cards in our hand that maybe shouldn't have been in our deck. And that's kind of a thing with like limited is sometimes like, you know, even at high levels, my decks that I'll make are like several cards off, maybe like 5 cards off. Luckily, this deck was probably like around 3 cards off. But yeah, luckily we were able to change them out to kind of complete the event. But sometimes in big events and you play best of 3, you're just kind of screwed for game 1. And then game 2, 3, or whatever, you can just configure your deck more optimally. Okay, diamond player. What a what da? Who da what da? Okay. So we're on the draw. We have our late game type cards, 4 and 5 mana. We do have a removal spell. We are on the draw. We need to draw some early things to do and some lands. I think I'm actually going to mulligan, unfortunately. Okay, that's probably a lot better. We could probably bottom a land or something if that's on the top, or like a 5-drop. It is our second red source though, but yeah, let's get rid of it for now. I don't want to get flooded. And being on the draw makes me a lot more like inclined to mulligan. On the play, I may have kept that. Okay. So it's going to shrink our guy when it attacks, so I think we're just going to try to get in. Plus the opponent doesn't know we have a goblin that can just really nerf or whatever, take out the mesmerist just from the block itself. So again, I don't know. Since we have 2 sure strikes in our deck, I don't know if that's the one we swapped out. But sometimes you can see like the difference in from the difference of effect or the difference in impact that cards would make. So if that was, let's say, a citywide bust, like how impactful would that have been versus Sure Strike? But we can't really kind of do much about it or look into it that much because we have 2. Anyway. So I think we get aggressive here because the opponent's tapped out and we've got some tricks. We're not really casting any creatures. So this kind of says, hey man, we got a trick, but whatever. At least it looks like at least this would trade with that. So they probably know that we have at least like a +2/+2 for attacking with Hunted Witness into the Cyclops. Okay, and then I think we're just gonna save that. Save our tricks. Okay, so maybe they just get in for 2. That could be a problem. Or maybe they want to keep the Mesmerist back. No. I think we have that same attack for next turn though, unless we draw something that we really want to tap out for. Okay. So what do we want to do here? So we can take out both of them without our guys dying. And I don't think it matters which gets what. Right? 4. So that goes into 3/3, right? And then we'll go Sure Strike here. Just basically like 2 removal spells. That's why combat tricks are pretty sweet. We traded our 3 mana for their 5, effectively. So we gained a mana advantage. So I guess Citywide Bust would have gotten the wall, but yeah. Alright, so now they'll be able to attack for 4, possibly 6. Okay, we'll be able to take out hopefully they don't have, I was going to say hopefully they don't have Disdainful Stroke, but they don't have a what do you call it? Electromancer in play. Dang. We know they'll be able to kind of do it. Maybe take out our Hunted Witness by jump starting. I think do I keep that land in hand? Maybe. Think about it after. And probably just keep it in hand. So at least we're still applying pressure. We're just kind of playing the racing game since the opponent is attacking us. Okay. I think it just turns into like who draws better. Maybe I should have played that land, but basically anything I draw I'll be able to cast. Now I'm kind of regretting taking out the 6-point burn spell, and that one's probably fine to keep in our deck because it gives us reach if we attack or whatever. This Mesmerist is doing some work. If that didn't have that ability, we'd be able to keep this thing back and like take it out, maybe chump block here, gain a life. Also, too, it prevents us from trading our boar with the Cyclops. Okay, dang, so that's going to do a lot of damage to us. At least we'll be able to take out this Mesmerist, right? Sweet. So they already have like what, 6 points of damage. So okay, so we got lucky here. I'm trying to think. So I think we make them cast that spell, and then and then we does damage equal to its power. So I don't know how that works. I think we can kill it in response, and we just like kind of counter their spell. But we'll see. So we'll go for it. So are we dead? Okay, no, it worked. Cool. And ironically, we got our own. So I don't know if we should have attacked with the witness last turn. I liked kind of like selling that like we needed to block. But I guess it cut him off. I don't know. They probably weren't going to cast this anyway. So either way, this is a really close game. Okay. So they're down to one card. If we can draw it. Okay, so, and they have a chump blocker. It's like a 2-turn clock. I think we send this in so that we have a 1/1 lifelink body if they do block it. And if not, then we're dead to a direct current off the top. So this is a really close game. We'll see what happens. I think we're favored, but we'll see. So if they don't draw anything, then we win. If they do, we lose. Okay, so I think we win. No, I think that just means they can't attack with this. Because they can go chump, chump, or no. Yeah, if they attack, they're going to die. So they can't attack. So that's why it's good to kind of pressure the opponent. Because like if they were at like say 7 life, they'd be able to just get us. But since we pressured them even mildly, okay, so this works in our favor. Oh, they just conceded. They might have been able to survive there. Block witness. Or no, don't block witness. Block the 2 big guys. But oh, I guess yeah, witness gets a counter from the other mentor thing. So okay, we snuck a game. Got some gold. Improve our losing record. That was a close game. But that's why it's good to just kind of like don't really throw the towel in yet, you know. When we play certain limited games, like a certain top deck can really change certain things, or you know, the conditions of the game really change throughout. Okay, unfortunately, this isn't the greatest hand, but I think we're going to keep it. We do have lands and stuff to cast. But if they're an aggressive Boros deck, we're kind of hard up. Okay, Dimir, which is a good deck. Hope we don't get owned. Missed out on our 2-drop, so maybe having that 1/3 for 2 mana might have been better than having that. That hasn't really helped us. So they're going to start attacking for at least 2 a turn on that. We can throw our 3/2 down, which gets past the 0/3. They'll have mana open to flash in their own 3/2. Oh, fine, then they're just going to cast that. Make it a 3/3 attacker. We can cast our boar to pump our halberdier. I don't know, whatever that is. To maybe attack past their guys. Unfortunately, this is too small to block that now, and yeah, it has menace anyways. So, question is though, do we play Hammer Dropper though, as a way to just push through damage? Because they can just block. I think we probably want to okay, so the following turn, if we play that, we'll pump something to like 5 power, which won't really give that a counter. I think we want to just go with our initial play. Let's push in some damage. They might just throw their wall in front of it to save 5 damage. Yep, they do. One advantage that we have is that they're like only have a few cards. Okay, well that's really good. And it just stabilizes them and grows their guy even further. So we're pretty much dead. We got like 2 attacks, or they have 2 attacks before they kill us with both of their guys. So I mean, that's gnarly. I can bluff here, and I think that's what we gotta do. We gotta do it quickly too, like no fear. Shit, and they called us on it, unfortunately. Alright, so that didn't work, but sometimes stuff like that does work. Alright, so that's kind of a play I made because I don't think we're gonna win, but doing something like that would increase our chances of winning because of their error force. Like we can't really assemble enough damage in the air to or on the ground to raise the amount of damage that they're attacking us for in the air. Yeah. Dang, okay, so they're just going off. So again, that's why I did that. I thought that possibly since they know they're going to win in the air, that they wouldn't subject Watcher of the Mist to the risks of getting killed through a combat trick. And we can just push in damage, but it really didn't matter. And we can't even chump block with our guy. So I think we just concede here. Sorry guys, had a really bad record. I think the last couple events that I played Boros with, I went 7 and either 2 and 1, 7 and 2 I think, and then 7 and 1. But yeah, I don't know. We just didn't get there. Some of the more winning deck lists or whatever, I can't see, had like some Skylight Legionnaires, that Guild Mage kind of topped up the curve at like 4 or 5. So and also kind of just having a poor configuration in the first couple of games kind of threw us off. And then also like the cards that were maybe not supposed to be in our deck were in our hands in a couple of the games. So I mean, it's just something to learn from. You know, certain cards can bite you in the butt. So yeah, there's our 1 and 3 event, and we got lucky and got an additional pack, 100 gems and 2 packs. So I'll open those guys for you here, just for entertainment value. See, hopefully like a shock land or a wild card. Okay, a wild card from the accumulation of cards. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Alright, well at least we did something there. I don't know if I'll run it back. It kind of takes a lot of time to record these videos or whatever. But until next time, guys, keep in perspective, have fun, have a good one, see ya.